Let your knees come out wide. Press your toenails down. Press your fingers down. You can roll side to side. Walk your hands all the way over to the right side of your mat so you can stretch out your left side body. And you could even take your left hand a little bit on top of your right hand and get an even bigger stretch. Stretch your left hip back. Take a big breath into your left side body. Fill up. Exhale and rinse it out. Soak breath into your left ribs like an accordion. Expand. And rinse. Walk your hands around to the other side. Yeah, and go a little further than maybe you did that's comfortable. And you could put your right hand on top of your left. If that's too much stretch, you don't have to do it that way. Exhale everything out. Big, juicy breath into your right ribs. Fill. Exhale and rinse. Do that again. Big breath in. Open up. Let your ribs move further right. Exhale and rinse. And then walk your hands back to the center. Downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, lift your belly up. And right away, Ujjayi breath. If you haven't been breathing Ujjayi, get your hands, your feet, and your core. Spread your hand bones into the mat. Reach back through your inner ankles. And you can bend your knees right and left, right and left. Take a huge breath in, fill up. Open your mouth and rinse out whatever you need to rinse out so that you can be here now. Walk your feet to your hands, ragdoll at the front of your mat. When you get all the way forward, separate your feet hip width. Inhale and pull your heart forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bow and surrender forward with your upper body. Let your head hang heavy. Bend your knees a lot. If you want, you can hold on to your feet. You can take opposite elbows, framing your face like a picture frame, or you can interlace your fingers at the base of your skull, using your arms to traction out your spine. Bend your knees right and left. If it feels good, you can sway. And then feel the earth under your feet. Inhale, lift your toes and the pit of your belly up. Exhale, bow forward even more. Angela, bend your knees even more. There you go. Release all that joy. Let your arms dangle. Breathe out. Press into the feet. Inhale and roll up to the sky. Reach your arms up. Pull your low belly back toward your spine. Maybe even look up. Exhale, land your hands at your heart. Tadasana, soft bow of your head. And then create Tadasana in true north. Inner ankles back, outer ankles down. Get your outer shins hugging in. Put that little spiral in your inner upper thighs. Inhale and lift your ribs. Lift the front of your pelvis. Exhale, pull belly in and send your tailbone down. Draw your arm bones onto your back. Lengthen out through the back of your neck. True north. One Om together. Exhale everything out. Big inhale for Om. Breathe in. Wash everything out. And let's party. Sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up. Low belly back. Press the earth with your feet. Exhale, forward fold. You can bend your knees a lot. Inhale, come up halfway. Wide collarbones. Exhale, step back to the top of a plank. Place your knees down for modified chaturanga. Slowly lower all the way down, pulling your shoulders to the sky as you go. Low cobra, point your toes. Slide your hands forward. Inhale and pull your ribs forward and up. Wide collarbones. Open your heart. Down dog. Belly back, and then let your head go back last. Spread your thumbs a little bit away from the palm, and then root down into the J of your index finger and thumb like you're branding the mat. Put tiny bends in your elbows to the right and left, maybe a 1/4 inch, and then down toward the earth, just a hairline, and then squeeze your inner upper arms. Broaden your upper back. Inhale and lift your tailbone up toward the sky and away from your hands. Exhale, reach your heels like they're craving the earth. Even if they're not touching, they're yearning to get there. That's the direction. Inhale, look to the front of your mat, bend your knees. Exhale, walk to the front of your mat. Hips high as you go. When you get forward, inhale, halfway lift, scoop your heart. Bow, brains to toes, relax. Inhale, rise up, reach up. We'll move a little faster, one breath. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, go back, knees up or down, you choose. Cobra, low cobra, or maybe up dog. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back and down your spine. Down dog. Find your drishti, your one spot that's not moving, and then let your gaze soften around that. From the earth, pressing down with your hands, feel for breath going up through your spine, up through your tailbone. Draw your low belly back. Exhale, feel from your tailbone through your heels, reaching down toward the earth. You can still bend your knees here. You're still opening up. It's still pretty early. Inhale, look to the front of your mat. Bend your knees low. Walk or lightly hop to your hands. Halfway lift. Roll your inner thighs back, heart forward. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise and shine. Go up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Elbows go straight back in chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, shoulders to your back. Down dog. Remember, if you get kind of sleepy and down dog, there's always turbo dog. You can always lower your elbows 2 inches off the ground, hovering there, and then squeeze your inner upper arms and pectoral muscles into the midline as you lift your hips up. So you choose. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees super low, spring or walk forward. Halfway lift, lift your toes, lift your belly, lift your heart. Bow, brains to your toes, let go. Rise up, inhale. Tadasana, hands to your heart, exhale. Sun Salutation B, bend your knees. Chair pose, Utkatasana, lift your arms up and back. Slide your shoulders down your back. Draw the front of your pelvis up as your tailbone reaches down toward your heels and anchor into your heels. Inhale, sit a little lower, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat spine. Chaturanga, go back. Up dog or cobra. Breathe in. Little bends in your elbows so you can pull your heart through. Down dog. That was good adjustment, Kimberly. Right side, warrior one. Step your right foot between your hands. Spin your back heel down. Inhale and let the breath draw you up. Exhale, replant your hands, chaturanga. Step back. Up dog or cobra. Good adjustment at Rodolfo. Press your pinky toenails down. Down dog. Left side, warrior one. Root to rise high. Breathe in. Chaturanga, go low, let it go. And flow. Upward facing dog. Chelsea, shoulders to your back more. Yes. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Rinse out. Inhale, look to the front of your mat. Bend your knees super low. Fly or walk. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold. Breathe out. Utkatasana, chair, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Flat spine, breathe in, lift your heart. Chaturanga, go back. Upward facing dog, heart to the sky. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side. Bring your knee to your nose and then plant. Inhale and rise up. Chaturanga, let it go. And you flow with grace, with ease. Up dog, claw the earth back. Down dog. Left side, warrior one. Spin your back heel down, plant your left foot, inhale and rise up. Chaturanga, let it go. Upward facing dog, hug your inner ankles in. Downward facing dog. Long breath in from fingertips to hips. Long breath out. Inhale, look to the front of your mat, bend your knees low. Walk, step, or float. Halfway lift, long spine. Fold, exhale. Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, bow forward. Long spine, breathe in, inner thighs back, inner ankles back. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Come on up. Let it go, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inner thighs skyward. Downward facing dog. Left side right away. Plant and rise. Go high. Chaturanga, go low. And you flow. Up dog. Down dog. Long, strong breath in. Long, strong breath out. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees low. Float like a ninja or walk to the front. Halfway lift. Fold. Utkatasana, chair, breath in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, scoop your heart long, inner thighs back. Chaturanga, go back. Up dog. And down dog. Raise your right leg up behind you. Breathe in. Bend your knees, stack your hips, flip your dog if you're into it. If you're not into it, don't do it, but reset your feet so you have power, Sandra. Yes, take that left foot and make it parallel to the right foot. Yes, yes, open your heart. Yes, shoulders away from your ears. Yes. Okay, high plank. Side plank, right hand right under your shoulder or right forearm. Left arm to the sky like you're throwing some confetti up to the ceiling. And then create it. You create it for you with integrity. Active feet. True north. Tadasana energy in it. Spin your inner thighs. Draw your shoulders down your back and open your heart up. Chaturanga, let it go. Vinyasa. Up dog. Down dog. Step your right foot between your hands for crescent prayer twist. Inhale, rise up into crescent. Lift your back heel, lift your heart. Hands to your heart and twist. Left elbow, right knee. You can have your back knee down. That's wonderful. You can have your back leg up. Anna, lift your back heel even more over your toes. Send your heart forward. Yes. Now cinch up your inner thighs. Inhale, unfurl the front of your body. Get long in your torso. Exhale, draw your shoulders down your back as you open your heart. Inhale to crescent. Come on out. Open up, warrior two. Front heel goes down the middle of your back arch. Extended side angle. Inhale and lift up through your ribs. Exhale, extended side angle. Right forearm to your thigh. Or you can go right hand all the way to the earth or a block. Left arm straight up. Put a little bend in your left elbow so that you can tweeze your left shoulder blade into your spine to open your heart more. Get a lot of earth in your front heel. And Sasha, if you can, without hurting yourself, bend your front knee more until it's at 90 degrees. Yes. Inhale, telescope your ribs long. Exhale, let your right sitting bone go down and back to your back heel. Feel for decompressing your low back. Anna, it's a front knee bent. Yes. Easy breath in, everyone. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Good news, you have another side. Inhale, float your left leg up and bend your knee, and over you go. Flip your dog. Reset your feet completely. Yes. And then you can take cactus arm in your top arm. Tweeze your shoulder blades toward one another. Inhale and lift up from behind your heart. Exhale, slide both shoulder blades and your tailbone away from your ears. Yes. Albina, lift your hips. Yes. High plank. Side plank. Left hand under your shoulder or left elbow under your shoulder and forearm plank. And then come on up. Cheryl, draw your left hip back and your right hip forward till they're stacked. And then, yes, now get both hips up. That's like Tadasana. Active feet. If you want to play with a variation, you play. You play. It's playtime. Yoga's a little bit like adult recess. You just get to play. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Pinky toenails down. Down dog. Big breath in. Open your mouth up wide. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees low. Exhale, walk, step, or, oh, excuse me. Thank you, Cheryl. Inhale, raise your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands into crescent. Inhale and rise up. All she had to do is lift that leg. Hands to your heart and twist, and then I remembered where I was. Yeah, thank you. I love it when students listen, but I also love it when they don't listen because they kind of know where I was planning on going. So thank you for listening and thank you for not listening. Yeah. Inhale and get long through your right ribs, even more so. Exhale, press down into your bottom arm and your top arm to create lift away from your thigh. Spin your left ribs back, open your heart. Inhale to crescent. Warrior two. Inhale, get long, draw your right hip back. Exhale, extended side angle. Parsvottanasana. You can go into whatever variation feels right for you. What lets you feel both strong and struggle-free. Supported by the earth, but also opening to the sky. Get your feet ground into the earth so that your upper body can get free. Chaturanga, vinyasa, high to low. You go. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. The obligatory knuckle crack of your feet. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. I knew it was coming. Exhale, walk, step, or float. Halfway lift. Open collarbones, heart forward. Bow forward, let it go. Utkatasana. I tried to get you there a little early. Hands to your heart, twist to the left. Thunderbolt prayer twist. So that's right elbow to your left thigh this time. That's to the left, yeah? I know, right elbow, left thigh. It's confusing when you change it a little. Draw your right hip and right knee in line with left hip and left knee. Anchor down through your hips and through your heels. Float your heart forward and up. If you want to open your arms, you do that. Kitsen, lift your torso away from your thigh a little more. Yes. Forward fold, exhale. Separate your feet hip width apart. Pick up your big toes. It's fingers to big toe pose. Wrap up your two big toes like pig in a blanket. You're wrapping it up. Inhale, lift and spread your sitting bones like sunshine. Exhale, pull with your arms. Let your torso soften down to the earth. So the arms are active, but the torso is soft. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Jonathan, imagine that you're giving Kimberly and Cindy like a little secret. You're going to nudge them with your elbows. Let your elbows go out to the sides. Let your head hang heavy. Yeah. Just like that. Now pull with your arms. Yes. Okay, release that. Heel toe feet back together. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, breathe in, lift up. Hands to your heart, twist the other way. So in this pose, you're actually kind of back bending your heart open. Eventually, your forearms will become parallel to your collarbones. It might not happen today, but that's the direction we're going. Lean into your outside edge of your outside foot and back bend your heart open. Maybe even lean your head back. Nice, Rosalind. Release. Gorilla pose. Hands to feet pose. Separate your feet hip width apart. Maybe even a little wider, Lulu. Yes. And then bend your knees until you can step on your hands, palms up. Pull with your arms. Inhale. Lift your low belly up and widen your collarbones at the same time. Exhale. Soften the top palate of your mouth down to the ground as you pull with your arms. You can sway here. You can massage your wrists out. Pull up with your hands. Crow pose. Toes together, knees out wide. Let your torso sink down toward the earth. And then get as much of your left arm through and plug it into your shin, upper arm to shin. And then do the same thing on the right side. Then lift your butt up. Maybe lift your toes up. Maybe take Malasana, the squat. Yeah. Breton, lift your heels toward your butt a little more. Y'all. Yes. Yes. Breathe in. Chaturanga. Breathe out. Walk, step, float, fly, collapse, crawl, up dog, down dog. Big, delicious breath in. Open your mouth. Big, delicious breath out. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Walk, step, or float to the front. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Rise and shine, go up. Tadasana, hands to your heart. Eagle pose. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Wrap your right arm under your left and your right leg over your left. Braid everything up in the front and expand everything in the back. Roll the tops of your thighs, an internal rotation toward one another. Anchor down into your feet. Inhale and lift up your rib cage. Exhale, pull your belly in, the front hip points up. Send your tailbone toward your heel. Release. Inhale, unwind your arms. One breath, go up. Exhale, left arm under, left leg over. Imagine yourself soaring free like an eagle. When they catch that thermal and they spin up into the sky, breathe in across your back and feel your back broaden. Pull your elbows down as you lift your heart up. Release. Inhale, unwind your arms. Reach up. Hi, Lindsay's daughter. Exhale, hands at your heart. I assume that's your daughter. All right, dancer's pose is next. Shift your weight into your left leg. Pick up your right foot from the inside. Right hand to right foot. Yes, inhale, stretch your left arm up like an arrow. Exhale and press, draw back your bow. So feel for earth in your standing foot. Lulu, inner lifted thigh to the sky, outer right hip wraps down toward the earth eventually. Press with your foot. Active toes in the back foot. Release, inhale, come up. Switch. Right foot down, pick up your left foot from the inside. Inhale with your right arm up. Exhale, press back. Create that bow-like energy. So the more that you press your foot into your hands, the more you press your back ankle into your back hand, the more center line you'll get. Press back to lift your heart up. Inhale, come on out. Exhale, release. Oh. Tree pose. Shift your weight into your left leg and pick up your right foot from the inside. You can go to ankle, calf, or thigh. Then hands to heart. So from the floor up, press the four corners of your feet down through the bottom of the mat like roots. And like a tree, get your trunk center line strong. Hug everything to the midline. Skin to the muscle to the bones. And like branches out from the midline out. You can radiate your arms or just energetically feel for opening up. Release. Switch. Right foot down, left foot up. And you're in it to win it. Grow deep roots through your feet. Feel for center line. Press palms, press legs together. Draw the pit of your belly back for foundation. And now, from strength, from stability, possibility, reach out, reach up. Limitless, expansive, open. Release. Ha. Okay, if you left the front of your mat, come on up to the front for more fun. Hands to your heart. Tadasana. Feel for what you've opened already in your body. Exhale everything out. Let's flow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, long flat spine. Chaturanga, hop back, float back, fly back, up dog or cobra. Be a little bit in your elbows, down dog. Step your right foot into crescent. Inhale and rise up. Open up warrior two. Trikonasana, triangle. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, reach your fingertips, and then tilt. Yeah, it's a great time to use a block under your hand. Not meaning anything like, oh, I'm not a good yogi if I use a block. No, really great yogis use their props when they want to feel something different. So it's not a weakness, it's a difference. Put a little bend in your knees, earth down on your feet, press and spread your feet away from each other. And then at the same time, draw in at the inner leg so you feel a lift. Tailbone to your heels, to your back heel. Open up your heart. Pyramid pose. Bring your left arm down. We're skipping separate leg forward bend. Step your back foot in about 1.5 feet and a little bit to the left. So you're setting up for pyramid. Front toes at 12, back toes at about 9, 30, 10. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over your front shin. So it's like a warrior one stance. You're pulling your right hip back as you're sending your left hip forward. Sandra, wiggle your right foot out to the right further, more. Yeah, and then see if that lets you feel a little bit more stability. Kitson, relax your neck. Yes. Breton, step your back foot forward a lot so you're not so stretched out. And now start to pull your right hip back. Relax your neck. Twisting triangle. You may need to reset your feet a little bit, maybe widen them. Left hand to the earth. Right thumb can be at your hip crease to draw the hip back. Open up your heart. Feel for your outer hips drawing in, squeezing in. Internal rotation of your thighs. Inhale, draw the front of your abdominal line from your pubic bone through your heart long. Exhale, rotate like a skewer, like a rotisserie along your spine. Vinyasa, let it go. And you flow. Down dog. Step your left foot forward into crescent and come on up. Inhale and rise. Let the breath draw you up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Trikonasana. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tilt. And then firm it up. So you create a strong foundation, 3 points on the ground. Feet and your left hand. Rich blue sky. Inhale, widen and spread your ribs really long. Exhale, draw the pit of your belly up as you tuck your tailbone to your back heel and slide your shoulders away from your ears. Open up. Maybe even lean your head back and look back. Pyramid, bring your hand down, turn your toes to the front, step your back foot in about a foot and a little bit to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forehead to your shin, relax. So there is a little baby secret back bend, pretty much in all forward bends. So without lifting your head up, can you curl your heart away like a little baby cobra pose in your upper back? Keep that length in your torso, then fold forward more. Parvrita Trikonasana, twisting triangle. Make the front of your body a little bit concave, as if you're hugging it in so you can expand your back body. Inhale and breathe long through your right ribs. Exhale, dial your bottom shoulder away from your ear and shoulder blade into your spine to open your heart even more. Chaturanga, Vinyasa, you flow with grace and ease. You could always skip this part and just go to down dog, up dog, shoulders down your back, little bends in your elbows, yes, to pull your shoulders back more, down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale to high plank. That's the top of a push-up. And then very slowly make your way all the way down to the earth. Your knees can be down as you go. And relax. Arms by your sides, left ear on the mat. Relaxasana. Take this moment to soften. Check in, where am I holding on to tension where I don't need it? And breathe right into those spaces where you feel gripping. Exhale, feel for softening muscle away from bone. Locust pose, variation 1. Palms back alongside your thighs, palms down, chin on the mat. Hips are your anchors, that's your platform. Inhale and lift your ribs forward and up, and then maybe your arms come up, and if your low back is okay, legs up. Look right at the front of your mat and make the back of your neck long. Lift from the back of the ponytail, right where the baseball hat would connect, and those kind of baseball hats, right there. Lift there. Sandra, look down and lift the back of your ponytail up. Yes. Breton, look down more. Look, yes, now lift your heart up. Thumbs to the sky. Release, come down. Opposite ear to the opposite shoulder, relax. Second variation, interlace your fingers behind your back. Press palms if that's available. If not, you can do the first version again. You don't have to tweak out your shoulders for the sake of the pose. Anchor down through your hips. Inhale and float your heart mostly forward and then up. So you're getting length and then lift. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Turn on the muscles between your shoulder blades and reach your knuckles back toward your big toes. Spin your inner thighs to the sky, pinky toenails down. Lift up 1 more inch, breathe in. And come on down. Bow pose. Dhanurasana. Catch a hold of your feet. Chin on the mat. Press your feet into your hands and come on up. Imagine yourself making yourself like a circle. Hug in your inner thighs and then spin your inner thighs to the sky. Spread your toes like wildfire. Chelsea, even more toes. There you go. Yes. Lift your heart up. Put your top of your head through the ceiling. Breathe in. Okay, come down. Relax. And you can, if you want, you can bend your knees and kind of windshield wiper your knees. Wiggle your hips from side to side. Upward facing dog. Come on up. So Rosalind, wider collarbones. Yes. Yes, like that. Pull your heart through. Downward facing dog. Ustrasana, camel pose. Come to standing on your shins, knees hip width apart. Pad up your knees if that feels better. Then bring your hands, thumbs to the sacrum or hands to your back pockets to tuck your tailbone and sitting bones to your heels, to your knees. Inhale, lift from behind your heart. Exhale, draw your elbows and your collarbones back. Maybe your head goes back. Maybe you catch a hold of your heels. Soak breath into the top of your heart, right where you feel that spreading open. And use your breath to spread the fascia and the tissue at the top of your heart. Send your hips slightly forward. Okay, slowly come up. Head comes up last. Sit your hips to your heels. Place your hands over your heart, one on top of the other. Take a breath in. Open your mouth, let all the tension out. Slide your heels out to the side. Lie down on your back for bridge. Feet facing the front of your mat. Palms by your sides. Feet about hip width apart. Press into your feet and inhale, roll low back, mid back, and upper back up. Exhale, imagine you have a block between your thighs. Wrap them toward one another and send your thigh bones long away from your hips. Without lifting your heels, lift your toes and feel how that engages your legs even more. Keep your feet active. On a lift up more from behind your heart. Yes. To come down, bring your upper back down, curl your tailbone toward your navel, then mid back, keep curling, and then low back. Breathe in. Open your mouth, breathe it out. Wheel pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana, hands by your ears. Your wheel could look suspiciously like bridge depending on where you're at today. Otherwise, hands by your ears, and on an inhale, come on up. Press the earth away from you dynamically. That's good, Molly Jane. Squeeze that block. Oh, you lost it. Okay, inner hands and inner feet active. Yes. Draw your armpits back toward your heels. Send your heart through your arms. Chin to chest, come on down. Breathe in. Open your mouth, breathe out. You can do little rolls with your finger or with your hands, like kind of rolling out your wrists. And set up to do it again. Hands by your ears. Breathe in. Come on up. You can do it on an exhale or on an inhale. Angela, get your inner legs a little more active. Yes. Christine, balloon from behind your heart toward your nose, even a bridge. Yes. Yeah, keep opening your heart. Okay, come down. Everyone, come down. Chin to chest. Breathe in. Open your mouth. Breathe out. Well, they say 3 wheels a day keeps the doctor away. Unless you live with a doctor, and then it doesn't matter what you do. They just keep coming around. Okay, come on up into wheel. Come up. Go up. Go up. Yes, Molly Jane, inner legs more. Inner feet more. Rodolfo, yes. Press into your arms. Yes. Wrap your shoulder blades, Jeff. Tweeze elbows in. Yes. Okay, come down. Ha. Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees out wide. You can put one hand on your heart and one hand on your low belly and soak a breath right into the space under your hands. Open your mouth, let all the tension out. Just so you know, this is good information. You're just gathering information. This is what a physical open heart feels like. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then happy baby. Happy baby, baby. Active feet, active hands. Do a little tug of war. Inhale, soak breath down into your low back. Feel for your hips, your low back inflating with breath. Exhale, pull with your hands as you reach your tailbone down to the mat. You can rock side to side. Some of you already are. Release. Oh, dang, abs time. Yay. Let's do bicycle abs. Bring your knees over your hips like you fell over in a chair. Interlace your fingers behind your skull, and then take the non-habitual thumb on top, just so that you start to change up the neurons, the pattern. So whatever thumb you probably just naturally put on top, put the other one. Bend your elbows, Rodolfo. We're doing bicycles. Or bend your knees, I'm sorry. Bend your knees, 90, yeah. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, left elbow, right knee, other leg straight, and twist. Start twisting. You got it. Keep your low back glued to the ground. So there's a slight curling up of the navel, tailbone toward the navel. Pull belly down to the mat and keep going. Imagine that you have an orange between your chin and neck. So create a little space there so you're not pulling on your head. Active feet. Keep going. Yes. See if you can touch the outside of your knee with each time when you switch your elbows. Outside of the opposite knee. Yes, get your shoulder blades off the ground. Go, Rosalind. Yes, keep going. Yes, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. Imagine you're kicking down the doors of your limitations with your feet, kicking down adversity, kicking down people who told you you couldn't. And here you are. What? And it might be those people, might be your internal dialogue. No, not today, because today I'm a yes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Yes. Stretch it out long. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself some loving. So you can roll to one side and come into down dog, or you can rock and roll along your spine and go through a vinyasa to down dog. That's where you're going to meet. Come into down dog, however you see fit. Inhale, float your right leg up behind you to the sky. Pigeon right side, bring your right knee to your right upper arm, right knee to the outside, and then pigeon. Scoot your back leg back. Do all the modifications that you've learned to keep your knee feeling good. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bow. I love this part of the practice because after all that effort, I finally feel like I can soften a little. Okay, so I told you a little bit about what I would say. I think I told you that I'd teach you a little bit of true north in this. Maybe that was from last time. But what you could do is curl your back toes under so you can feel this, Jeff, since you asked about it. And then spin your inner thigh to this, or reach it back. Spin your inner thigh to the ceiling, outer left hip toward the earth. Inner ankle back, outer ankle reaches back. And then put your leg back down softly. Slight internal rotation of the extended leg. And there's a little external rotation of the front leg. Hug the two legs slightly toward one another. Inhale, lengthen your spine without lifting your head up. Exhale, slide your shoulders down your back. So it's true north, but it's kind of a soft true north. Let go in your tongue, your jaw, your throat. Release, down dog. And then all the things you want to do to just kind of move that pose out. You can lift your leg, you can bend your knee, you can make a sound. Put that leg down. Raise your left leg lovingly up. And then bring your left knee to your left upper arm and set it up for pigeon. Or as they say in New Orleans, pigeon. Inhale, get longer through your torso and then fold. And then all the things. Feel for an opportunity here that's offering itself to you to do less. Soak breath through your ribs. Let it trickle down into your hips. Maybe even let your low belly expand out toward the floor. Feel how that opens your low back. Exhale. Let go in your low belly and soften. Let the mat hold you. Feel your breath move through your body like fingertips massaging out the tension. Down dog. You can lift that leg up. You can make circles. You can bend your knee. Inhale, look to the front of your mat. Float to a seat with your legs out in front of you. Both legs out front for straight leg forward fold. Flex your toes back to your shin. Set that up so that you got active legs, little bends in your knees. You can take a hold of any part of your leg. Inhale, curl your heart forward. Exhale, bow forward. Flex the pinky toe edges of your feet back. Inhale, feel for lengthening and find that little baby back bend in your upper back. Keep that length, pull low, low belly in. Exhale and hinge at your hips forward, fold more. Reach your sitting bones back and down. Walk your hands back. Lie down your back for waterfall or shoulder stand. So if you're close to a wall, you might want to scoot forward to the front of your mat so that you have plenty of space so that later you could go into plow if you wanted. Let the energy wash down through your legs, through your hips, into your heart. Hug your elbows in and walk your hands even further toward your shoulders if you're in shoulder stand. Active inner legs, reach up through your big toes. Plow pose. Halasana, toes go overhead. If your toes touch the ground safely, then you could let your arms go. Otherwise, use your arms for support. Keep reaching for the earth as you lift your belly and tailbone to the sky. Bhuja Pidasana, ear pressure pose. Bend your knees. It's also called deaf person's pose. Let your knees fall on either side of your ears and round your spine, curling yourself up into a little ball. If your knees reach your ears, then squeeze your ears with your knees. Very slowly and lovingly roll yourself all the way down. Place your feet on the floor and set up for a spinal twist. Pick your hips up 2 inches to the left. Draw your knees in and let your knees go to the right in a simple spinal twist. Arms alongside your ears or in goalposts. Feel for a letting go. Long, slow breath through your left ribs, feeling them expand. Exhale, relax your left ribs. One by one, bring your knees to center. Give yourself a hug in the middle. Place your feet back on the ground. Now move your hips a little bit over to the right. Knees come up and then over to the left. Easy twist. Make it easy. Like Albina says, effortless ease. Draw a long breath in along your spine. With effortless ease, feel for letting go in your jaw and your tongue, your throat and your ribs. Come back to center. Hug your knees in. Give yourself a big loving squeeze. Breathe in. Unfold Shavasana. Just let yourself completely spread out and down into the ground. Let the earth rise up to hold you. You can let your toes fall out to the side. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and let all the tension out of your body. There's nothing to do here. Let yourself enjoy that. It's a gift. Let yourself receive it. Now that your body's really open, your heart is open, you're physically open, energetically open. There's an opportunity in this moment, maybe more than any other moment, to receive, to allow, to let blessings in. What's the blessing that's ready to get in? Take a deep breath down into your heart. Exhale and receive the blessing. Whatever the blessing is, let yourself receive it. A long, slow breath in. Open your mouth, let all the tension out. Wiggle your fingers and toes, ankles, wrists, elbows, knees, hips, shoulders. Stretch out. One by one, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. And then roll toward the screen. Use your bottom arm as a pillow. Stay there for a breath or two. No big rush. You can hang out. Notice the urge to want to just jump up. No, indulge in this. Sometimes it's be a yes for your own precious time without having to do anything. Simply receive. I feel like every time I get to the yoga mat, I am blessed. Slowly come on up to seated. When you get up seated really tall, bring your hands to your heart, soft bow of your head. It's said that this practice of yoga brings us merit, spiritual growth, spiritual progress. And the way to keep the merit from the yoga practice is to give it away. So who would you give this merit to? Who would you do it for in your life? And send it to them. So that way you keep it by giving it away. One Om together. Exhale everything out. Big inhale for Om.